Welcome, basketball fans. We are here. This is Aaron Littig here, bringing you the contest tonight between the visiting Triopia Trojans and your West Central Cougars. Tip goes to Triopia. That's Dione with it up top. Looking on the wing there. Over to Pete Fish. Pete Fish kicks it to Myers. Going to get a double dribble there as Allie Little steps out into the driving lane and forces that double dribble. So Triopia comes into this game 6-1, and your Cougars are 2-2 so far. That's Sophie Grubb over to Littig. Littig up top to McGee now. Likes looking for Littig in the post. It gets tipped away. Be Cougar basketball under their own basket here. Over the top to Grubb. Grubb drives left into traffic there. Hits McGee up top. That's Littig. Her three-pointer off the mark just a little bit. Rebound there to Roan. That's Dione across the timeline, over to the corner, guarded by Littig there. Cougars in man-to-man. Tracy up top, over to Pete Fish. Pete Fish, left-hand dribble in the middle, kicks it out to Tracy. Tracy's three-pointer just a bit off. Good box out there by Sophie Grubb. Littig brings it up the right side, finds McGee. McGee drives middle. Likes, corner three from Likes. Long rebound to Pete Fish, though. They got numbers here. That's Tracy now with a wide open layup, and they'll score the first bucket of the game. Trojans in man-to-man as well. Grubb in the middle. Kicks it to McGee. One dribble, back over to Likes. Now back to Grubb. Grubb drives baseline. Her shot just rolls out. That's Little in there for the rebound. She's going to get tied up, and it'll stay here with West Central. Oh, no, it'll be a foul, actually. Inbound to Grubb. Hand off to Little. Little all the way to the bucket. Off the glass, no good. Rebound to Myers. Going to get a jump ball there as Grubb ties up Myers. So that one will stay with West Central. Over the top to Grubb. And it got tipped away, and kind of a loose ball out of half court. Myers really hustling there to try and get that loose ball. Ends up picking up the foul on Grubb. That'll be the second team foul for the Trojans. They lead it 2-0. Into Littig. Littig, kick out to Likes. Littig posting up top. Tracy over the top of her, knocks it away. It'll be Trojan basketball. Dione over to the right side, waves out Pete Fish. She's going to come up the middle on an elevator screen there, looking for Roan on the post. Pete Fish, back to Roan. Skip pass over to Tracy. Tracy dribbles left to the baseline. Going to lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to West Central. Triopia still in man-to-man. Little now. Dribbles middle. Gets the ball knocked away by Roan. Ends up in Myers' hands. Now Pete Fish. Pushes it up the floor to Dione. Dione's three-pointer unguarded. Rattles out. Grubb with the rebound. Little pushing it up the right side. No action there. Littig looking to go middle. Up off the glass and good. 2 points from Littig. Good drive there by Braley Littig. A little bit of a Euro step and finish. Ties up the ball game. Dione over the top to Tracy. And that Tracy all the way in for the layup as Likes decided to try and box out and not stop the ball there and gives up the layup. Coach Likes not happy about that. McGee to Littig. Three-pointer from Littig. That one is an air ball there. Rebound down to Roan, and they're going to pick up a foul there on Likes trying to pressure that outlet pass. That'll be Likes' first foul. Substitution, Likes is going to have a seat, and the junior Adrian Kaufman in the game. Substitution for Triopia as well. That's number 12, Adeline McCormick, goes in for Myers. Also, Adeline Tracy in the game, number 3. Tipped away by McGee. McGee heading towards the middle. Pulls it back out. Littig up top. Ball screen from McGee. Littig spin dribble, but it's knocked away by Dione. It'll be a jump ball that goes to the Trojans. Dione inbounds to Tracy. Oh, almost stolen away there. Good steal and save. Ends up in Grubb's hands. She gets bumped. Little with the rebound again, and she's going to get fouled by Tracy. Great effort there by Allie Little to first get the tip, save it, get it to Grubb, and then the extra rebound there. Allie Little doing what she does and just plays hard. She'll get a couple of free throws. First attempt, off the back iron, no good. 3:43 to go here in this first quarter. Second attempt from Little is good. Cougars in some pressure here, a little 2-2-1 zone pressure. Pete Fish right in the middle to Roan. Roan's looking over the top. Gets it to Dione. Dione across the middle there to McCormick. Stolen away by Kaufman there. McGee finds Little up ahead in the corner. Nothing there. Now they go back up top to McGee. Kaufman open on the wing for 3. That one's just a bit long. Rebound again to Tracy. Littig with the steal. Tries to get around to the bucket. Another layup by Littig. Stolen away again by Allie Little. Finds a cutting McGee. Bucket's good. 7-4 West Central. Triopia having a little bit of problem with the press here. That's Roan in the middle. And then they're going to, that layup somehow spun in there. There was some weird English on that, and it kind of sat like it was going to fall out and goes in. That's Grubb. Around the corner, all the way to the bucket's Grubb. Her shot's just a little bit short. Dione with the board. Possible trap opportunity there. That's Tracy now up ahead. Almost stolen away by Little. Pete Fish kicks it to McCormick. Her jumper a bit short. Littig with the rebound. She's coming down the middle of the floor. Up ahead to McGee. Over to Kaufman now. Kaufman trying to find Grubb, but it's tipped by Roan. Out of bounds. It'll stay West Central basketball. Substitutions back in for Triopia here. Myers and Miley Tracy back in the game. Roan and the other Tracy sister down. So this is Lacey Fernio checking in for Braley Littig. Little wide open coming on the cut. McGee to Kaufman. Allie Little's three-pointer rattles out, touches every part of the rim. Triopia controls the rebound, and now they'll head down to get an offensive set. Little steal attempt. Pete Fish all the way to the baseline. Going to get a foul there as Grubb tries to cut her off. Littig back in. Dione having trouble. That hits the bottom of the backboard. It'll go out of bounds. West Central ball. McGee down the middle of the floor. Attacking on Dione. Cut off. Dribble weave there to Little. Little spin dribble, gets all the way to the middle, right to traffic. Maybe a little too deep. Going to get tied up. Myers is. It'll stay with West Central. Get a sub here. That's going to be Fernio back in the game as Grubb's going to go take a seat. West Central to inbound. Liddick over the top now to Kaufman. Kaufman dribble drive, spin dribble, has a kick there to McGee. Her three-pointers up in the air, rattles out. Going to get a foul on Liddick going in for the rebound. Grubb back in, getting a breather. Fernio back to the bench. Pete Fish over the top to Myers. A cutting Roan right there. Dione now with the ball. Over to Pete Fish. Her three-pointer is long. Rebound to McGee. McGee up the left side. None of her Cougar teammates are running the floor with her, though. All just jogging down the floor. Little crossover dribble. Over to McGee. Ball screen. McGee drives hard. Floater over the top. They're going to get a foul on Roan. Triopia is doing a really good job defensively on the drives of meeting the ball handler and trying to stay tall. They've gotten some fouls there. Got a foul on that one, but the first two, really good job. The Cougars are just driving too deep and not getting a quality shot there because they're going too deep. They need to shoot that floater or jump shot a little sooner. McGee makes both of her free throws to extend the lead. 9-6. Dione looking down the middle. Over the top there to Pete Fish. Pete Fish on a break. Kicks it out to Tracy. Tracy's corner three-pointer. Nothing but net. Ties up the ball game at 9s. McGee up top to Kaufman. Right back to McGee. Ball screen. McGee rejects the ball screen. Drives baseline. Floater. Tough shot behind the backboard, and it able to have the nice enough touch for it to sit on there and roll in. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. West Central leads at 11-9. They're going to get a cutting Gabby Myers. She misses the layup. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Roan. It'll be West Central basketball with 4.6 to go. Allie Little across the timeline. Three-point attempt. Off the backboard, no good, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. West Central leads it 11-9. Ready to start the second quarter here. It'll be Trojans basketball to start. Hotly contested game so far. West Central ahead 11-9. Pete Fish up top to Roan. Hits a cutting Tracy. She kicks it out. Another new player in the ball game here for the Trojans. That is, I'm struggling to read. Man, my eyes are getting old, folks. I can't hardly even read that number from up here. That's Roan with it. Back over to Tracy. Dribble drive, almost knocked away there by Little. Pete Fish now drives middle. They're going to get a reach-in foul on Liddig as Tracy drove by her there. So that'll be 2 fouls on Liddig. There, I finally got to look at that number. That's number 10, Kenzie Meyer in the game for the Trojans. Pete Fish to the line for 2. And knocks the first one down. Second attempt for Pete Fish. Rattles out. Good box out there by Sophie Grubb. Grubb over to McGee. In the corner to Little. She looks middle. Finds Liddig on the opposite side. Liddig drives. And she's going to travel there as Pete Fish dove in there with good kind of weak side help. Liddig should have just kicked it a little bit sooner instead of trying to hit that seam. In the middle to Roan. Over the top. That's Tracy with the bucket. They lead it 12-11. Grubb in the corner. Almost knocked away there by Pete Fish. Up top to Grubb. Little. In the corner now to Liddig. Fouled by Pete Fish, but not called. Over to Allie Little now. Wing three-pointer from her, no good. Grubb battling for the board, ends up in Dion's hands. Over the top there to Pete Fish. Grubb knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Trojans. Inbound to Roan. Going to have to look for that corner shooter here. Here it comes. Dione, inbounder. Posting up against Liddig in there. No good. Gets her own rebound and put back. 14-11. Triopia coming out hot in the second quarter. Oh, Little had a cutting likes. That's McGee's three-pointer. Nothing but net from Vicky McGee. She ties it up at 14s. Dione guarded by Liddig. That's Tracy. Dione with the cut. Right in front of Liddig there. She gets the layup but misses it. (14-14). McGee. Now the Trojans here have come out in a zone. That's McGee. Another three-pointer from her. Long rebound. Ends up going out of bounds. Over to Dione. High ball screen. Didn't have her dribble left, though. That's Tracy on the backdoor cut. Kicks it out to Pete Fish. Her three-pointer no good. Roan working hard in there. Gets the board and going to pick up a foul on Kaufman. Roan putting in some work in the paint area here these last few possessions. Offensive rebounds, posted up hard the possession before. Her first free throw's good. Again, the Trojans coming in 6-1. The Cougars 2-2. Cougars on a 2-game losing streak here, losing to Pittsfield and Havana as Roan gets the second one. Two really good teams the Cougars faced the last two times out. Looking to get back on the winning side here tonight. Little to McGee. Over the top, Likes is open in the corner. Good close out there by Myers. Rebound to Kaufman on the weak side. She was kind of blocked. Little with another board, and she'll get fouled and go to the line. I apologize to any of the Trojan fans. I always get Meyer and Myers is mixed up, so I might add an S when there's not supposed to be an S. I apologize. Little misses the first. Second attempt's good, though. 1 point lead for the Trojans. The Cougars taking the zone press off here, just looking to put a little bit of man pressure on here. Pete Fish over to Tracy. She drives baseline. Layup's just a bit short. Grubb affected that shot on the help side defense there. Grubb up top. Little. Let's see what the Cougars do with this zone. I think that's McGee for three. Nothing but net for Vicky McGee. She's having a night here tonight. That puts the Cougars up by 2. With 4:09 left to go here in this first half, they're going to get a full timeout. We'll take the break as well. Out of the full timeout, be Triopia basketball. Three-pointer by McGee there right before the timeout puts the Cougars up by 2. Right at 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Pete Fish. Allie's going to have to watch it. Over to Dione. Dione now to Tracy. Cutting Dione. Grubb knocks that pass away, and it's stolen there by McGee. Up ahead to Little. Great pass from Little to Grubb on the post. Turnaround jump hook is good. What a find there by Allie Little. One-handed bounce pass right on the run off the dribble, and Grubb able to do a little shimmy shake and do a jump hook to get a bucket. That's Roan up top. Now back over to Dione. Good screen and roll there. And they're going to get Kaufman, who was just a little late on the rotation. I love what she tried to do there, though, versus trying to block a shot. Tried to get there and draw a charge. She was just a little late. As Roan gets the bucket and the foul. And she'll try and complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Kaufman's going to sit with 2 fouls. Roan gets the free throw. McGee over to Little. Ball screen, Little all the way through it, loses it, gets it back. Littig open for 3 on the wing, just a bit short. Myers with the rebound. Pete Fish now carving up the defenders, up ahead to Dione. Kick to Tracy. Tracy's quick little jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. McGee, though, comes out with it, but good decision there and just decides to pull it back out. The Cougars have got to get more movement. We got one person with the ball and everybody else is just standing. Likes to the middle. Looking for Littig. It gets knocked away. Little, though, drives baseline, reverse layup. No good. They're going to foul there. It looks like it's going to be on number 5, Lucy Dione, and Little's going to go back to the line for 2 more free throws. Little's first free throw is good. Little second attempt, nothing but net. Extends that lead by 3. I hear Coach Likes calling for ball pressure. I do like the idea of ball pressure, but we have to start guarding that screen and roll just a little bit better. Roan is diving hard and sealing, like right here. She's going to screen and seal. Pete Fish takes the 3, though. Liddick battling for the board, ends up in Grubb's hands. Now McGee down the floor. Right-hand side. Cut off by Dione. Pass to McGee, or from McGee to Liddick, just sails out a little bit. Just under 2 minutes to go. That's Adeline Tracy in the ball game. Now Liddick picking up a foul up top there on Myers. That's going to be her 3rd, I believe, so maybe just 2. I thought she already had 2. Nope, they're showing her for just 2. So that'll be Lacey Fernieho in the ball game. As we have Liddick and Kaufman on the bench with 2 fouls apiece. Fernieho against Tracy. Up top to Myers. Back to Dione. Up top now. That's Adeline Tracy over to her sister. She drives to the bucket. She's doing a great job of catching that ball in the wing and ripping and driving hard to the basket. We have not rotated very well to stop that so far in this game. Grubb tries to force it through 2 people. It's knocked away. Roan now on her way down. They're going to get a charge there. That's Allie Little doing exactly what you're supposed to. She throws her body out there, gets set, takes the charge, comes up lipping, but I don't think you can hurt her. She plays through it all. McGee up top to Grubb. That's McGee again. McGee looking for Fernieho. Fernieho met by Dione. Almost lost it. Got to get it back to Little here. 50 seconds to go. McGee. Back to Fernieho. Fernieho's 3-pointer. Just a bit short. Grubb for the rebound. Fernieho. Back to McGee. McGee left wide open for a 3-pointer, and she drains another one. Vicky McGee having herself a night. .30 seconds to go. 25-21 West Central. That ball's through Tracy's hands. McGee ends up with the steal there, and Coach Likes is going to go timeout here. We got 21 seconds left. He's going to take a quick 30-second timeout to set something up for the last shot. .5 seconds left here in the first half. It'll be Cougar basketball. They lead it by 4. Let's see what Coach Likes drew up against this zone to get the last shot of this half, hopefully. McGee back to Liddick. Over to Little. They're setting up McGee. Good idea. She's had the hot hand. They leave her open at the buzzer. McGee, another 3-pointer. Big first half from Vicky McGee as she hits another 3. I don't have the stats up here, but I think that's her 4th 3 of the first half. West Central leads it 28 to 21 at halftime. We're back here pretty close to getting ready to start the second half. Just a few stats off the board. We've got the Cougars lead at 28-21 on a big first half and an even bigger second quarter from Vicki McGee. She has 18 points, 4 3-pointers in the second quarter to lead the Cougars, followed up by Littig with 4, Allie Little with 3, and Sophie Grubb with 2. On the other side, the Trojans are led by Miley Tracy with 11, and then followed up by Roan with 7. And there's 1 point for, wait, who is that? That's Ava Petefish. And looks like 2 points for Adeline Tracy. So we're ready to go here. The team's heading back out on the court as I turn the music down into place. And we're ready to go. Like I said, the Cougars looking to get back in the win column here tonight with a good first half, again, led by Vicki McGee, who's shot the ball extremely well tonight, leading the Cougars in this 28-21 ball game right now. Looks like starters back on the court for both teams, and we're ready to go. It'll be Cougar basketball to start. Braylee Littig out top, hits McGee. Or I'm sorry, not McGee. She scored so many buckets in the first half. That was Grubb. Now they find McGee. Kaufman up top to Little. Cutting Littig. They go past her. Little knocked away, able to keep it somehow. What a look there to Littig. Allie Little right there the ball got knocked around. Somehow she ended up picking it up off the floor, and in that time found the vision to see a wide open Littig underneath. It was a tough pass, like right at her shins, but Littig able to save it from going out of bounds, and we got a timeout here from Likes. So 28-21, quick timeout just to save the possession for West Central. It'll be their ball underneath. I want to give a quick shout out to Wednesday night. Our 8th grade girls will be playing in the sectional championship at 6:30 on Wednesday night at Springfield Calvary. They will be taking on the Calhoun Warriors. And that's a good pass from Littig there. Little didn't get the layup to go though, but good out of bounds play and execution there by the Cougars. But Back to our 8th grade girls real quick. I don't believe it's going to be broadcast anywhere, but if you got a chance and you don't have anything going on Wednesday night, see if you can find your way up to Springfield Calvary at 6:30 to watch them play with a chance to go to state. Back on the other end of the floor there, transition from Triopia. Roan gets it on the post, gets the bucket and the foul, and then converts the free throw for the 3-point play. That's Grubb in the middle, all the way to the bucket, off the glass and good. She scores on Myers there. Good take there by Sophie Grubb. That's been a big part of the Cougar offense a lot this year, is getting the ball to her in the middle. We feel like we have a little bit of an advantage. We are an undersized team, but Grubb often has the other team's bigger player on her, and trying to take advantage of that this year. Shot was no good. Offensive rebound to Triopia, and they're going to reset. That's Roan with it up top. Looking for Dione on the other side. Tracy. High-low action to Myers. Going to get a foul on either Grubb or Kaufman. We'll wait to see. That'll be Adrian Kaufman picks up a foul. That will be her third. It was on the floor, so Triopia will inbound. Looking for Tracy over the top. She goes all the way to the bucket. She's going to get fouled there with a block by Grubb as she pushed the ball down the rail. Another one on the floor, though. And I believe that'll be foul number 3 on Grubb. So both Kaufman and Grubb with 3 fouls. Another cutting Tracy. Kick out to Myers for a jumper. Good touch there for Myers as she gets the jump shot to fall. McGee to Grubb up top. She's going to spin. Little hook shot off the glass. It worked well the last time. Let's try it again, says Sophie, and she gets it to go. She had two options there. That was a tough shot. She went between two defenders. She had an option to kick for a three there or finish the bucket, and she chose to finish. Steps in there and gets a steal. Cougars will head the other way. Back up top to Grubb. Little off the ball screen. Has Roan on her. Now to Likes. Likes drives, looking for Grubb in the post. Good kick out to McGee. Can she stay hot? Yes, she can. Another three-pointer from Vicky McGee. That's 5 on the game for McGee. And she's in one of those, I've said these kind of things before. Good block from Allie Little. She's in one of those back in the 90s NBA Jam where the ball is actually on fire. And she's not even hitting rim. She's just splashing net. And I would keep looking. They're going to get an offensive foul there on Grubb. And that's going to be her fourth foul. I didn't see it, but it looks like they got her with a moving screen of some type. So she's going to have to go take a seat now, which I would imagine for the rest of this quarter, and that's going to hurt. Now we're undersized. We've got Myers against Likes on the post. They just dump it over the top, and Myers able to turn around and finish. We're going to see if West Central can overcome this right here. We have Kaufman back on the floor, who does have 3 fouls as well. Likes. Unguarded, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound there to Tracy. Tracy up the right side. Looking for Myers in the middle. She kicks it back out. Dion's wide open on the baseline. No good. And she's going to travel there. I wouldn't mind if I was Coach Likes seeing about maybe going zone with this lineup here. We're going to be undersized a little bit. We'll see how the group reacts though. That's to Likes. Over to Liddig. Liddig's going to drive on Tracy. Kicks it out to Kaufman. Kaufman dribble drive. Spin dribble. Trying to find Likes. Back out to Liddig. Her three-pointer. That one just a bit short. Roan with the rebound. Kaufman cannot pick up a foul down there. Little hanging around. Gets the steal and the layup. Little just reading well there. Up top to Dione. They got Kaufman pinned on the inside. I'm not sure. That looks like that foul's on Liddig. And that'll be her third foul. Paisley Sturdivant checks in. Foul trouble is going to be an issue here for the Cougars. Roan gets the first. Some substitutions for the Trojans. That's number 10, Kenzie Meyer in the game, and number 3, Adeline Tracy. That one's no good. Kaufman battling for the rebound, rips it away, looking for Little. 37-29 West Central, 3:30 to go. Little, spin dribble to the middle, trying to get through 2 defenders there, just forced it a little bit too much, and now she's just getting, we're going to get a jump ball there. I love Allie's aggression, and I would never take that away from her, but sometimes she's a sophomore. She forces it just a tad and gets herself in some bad spots. But I'll take those because what I get with that aggression from her is game-changing stuff. Defensively, on the offensive boards, on rebounds, everything. That's Tracy to her sister. Looking for Roan. Great catch there by Roan. Missed the layup, but Little They're going to get a foul there. Not sure who they got that foul on. That's on Miley Tracy. That'll be her second. The Trojans now going to try and pick up some pressure here. McGee working middle. Almost lost it. Now to Kaufman in the middle. Kaufman over to Sturdivant. Sturdivant drives baseline, takes it to the bucket, leaves the layup just a little bit short. Nice take there from Paisley, though. And that'll be a foul on Sturdivant. I actually don't mind that at all. Tracy was headed in for a layup there, and Sturdivant, getting really her first minutes of the game, is not in foul trouble. So let's make Miley Tracy have to shoot some free throws here. First attempt from Tracy goes in. Littig checks back in. Sturdivant giving some really good minutes right there. Again, foul trouble could be an issue here as West Central has 2 players on the floor right now with 3 fouls and already one on the bench with 4. Tracy gets the second, cuts the lead to 6, 37-31. Little now. Over to Littig. Littig, shot fake. Yep. They're going to get a foul there on a reach in on Pete Fish. And that will be her second foul. Into Littig. Littig, spin dribble here, kicks it over to Little. Little looking middle, one hand pass to Likes. Likes' three-pointer looks good from up here. She drains it. Big bucket there from Likes, and much better job from Allie Little there. Instead of forcing it in the middle into trouble, hits the open kick and is rewarded. That's Meyer up top. Back to Tracy. Roan working hard in here against Kaufman, trying to get position. That runner by Pete Fish, no good. Ends up in Roan's hands, and she gets the bucket put back. Inbound to Little. Up ahead to Likes. Likes, good decision. Pull it out. Nothing there. Let's reset. They're going to get Pete Fish there with another reach-in foul, so that'll be 3 on her. We'll see what Coach Wessler decides to do here. And she's going to send Dione in. As Pete Fish heads to the bench. Minute 28 to go here in the third quarter. West Central basketball. They're going to West Central to inbound. Over the top to Likes. Back to Kaufman. Into Littig in the middle of the paint. She's going to drive. Kicks it back to Kaufman. Kaufman's three-pointer. Rattles out. Good look, though. That's Tracy with the rebound. She's wide open here coming down the lane. Vicky McGree, great job of stopping ball there. Dione. And we're going to get a timeout. Dione was trapped there on the baseline. Coach Wessler wanting to save that possession. They're going to get a timeout here. And it's going to be a full timeout. West Central leads at 40-33 with 1:07 left to go here in the third quarter. Out of the full timeout It will be Triopia's basketball. They're going to look over the top there for Roan. Oh, I think everybody thought she was going to go shoot a layup down there. Oh, and then she ends up traveling. That was just one of those things where she got confused coming out, and then it just went bad for her. Under a minute to go here in the third. Liddick across the timeline, looking for McGee. McGee now. Dribble drive over to Kaufman. Kaufman finds Little in the middle. Back to Kaufman. Three-pointer from Kaufman. Off the mark. Likes hustling for the rebound. It goes to Miley Tracy, though. She might have got away with the double dribble, but Vicky McGee and Kaufman is going to pick up her fourth foul as Roan ends up with the loose ball, makes the bucket. And that'll be foul number 4 on Kaufman. So that's 2 players for the Cougars now with 4 fouls, Grubb and Kaufman. And if I'm Kaufman there, we just got to let that bucket go. Really small lineup on the floor for West Central right now. Roan's free throw rattles out. Sturdivant knocks the rebound. Dione with it. Tracy with the rebound. Put back no good. Tracy with another rebound. Liddick battling for the board. Tracy comes down with it again. Now Tracy jumper, no good. And Triopia again going to get, now it's on the floor. Little, nope. Roan ends up with it, and she gets another and one. That was an absolute melee down there with loose balls and everything. And Roan comes up with it again, gets the bucket, and going back to the line. I think this is at least her third, maybe fourth attempt at the old-fashioned three-point play. And she's been really good from the free throw line tonight. 17.4 seconds left. She gets that one, cuts this lead to 2. West Central, I'm hoping they take the last shot here in this quarter. Sturdivant. And we're going to get a travel there from Sturdivant. And now the Trojans are going to have a chance here with 7.7 seconds left to tie or take the lead here going into the third quarter. Dione across the timeline. That's Meyer. Her three-pointer rattles out. Tracy with the rebound, and they're going to get a foul on McGee at the buzzer, and Tracy's going to go shoot a couple of free throws. Really what's happened here is our foul trouble has caused us to kind of go away on the defensive boards. And really, Triopia has just dominated the boards here in the last about 3 minutes of this basketball game. Tracy's first free throw off the back iron. This is Adeline Tracy. No time on the clock. Her second attempt is no good as well. So that'll do it for the third quarter. West Central leads it by 2. We're up as many as 10 there in the third, and Triopia battled back. All right, we're back. We're ready. 8 minutes of basketball left here, folks. Thanks for joining us. You've been treated to a really good basketball game so far tonight. West Central leads it by 2. Starters back in the game for West Central. So that means Grubb is on the floor, and she does have 4 fouls. Little. Likes in the corner. That's down to Littig on the, Littig. Good pass from Likes. Littig in the post. Turns around and picks up a foul there. On number 2, that's Tracy. That'll be just her 3rd foul. And Littig goes to the line for a couple of free throws. First one's off the back iron. Free throws are going to be super important in this close game. Littig's second attempt. That one was a little softer, and she made it. 41-38 West Central. Dion across the timeline. Working against Little. That's Adeline Tracy up there. Back to Dion now. That's Meyer. Back to Tracy. Grubb working on Roan. Roan just really working hard in there. They feeding her in the post. She turns around and gets another bucket. Grubb and Kaufman have to be super careful guarding her. That's Littig in the corner. Hits a cutting Kaufman. Kaufman now drives to the bucket. She picks up a foul, either on Roan or Dion. That'll be on Dion. Just her first foul. Nobody really in foul trouble to speak of for the Trojans. That's Kaufman's first free throw. Falls short. Pete Fish back in the game. Adeline Tracy to the bench. Second one from Kaufman's good. Back to a 2-point lead. That's Tracy cutting, floater, no good. Rome battling for the rebound in there. That's going to be off of her. It certainly was. Out of bounds, West Central basketball. Cougars need to make sure they get productive offensive possessions, either running clock or scoring buckets. Little all the way to the bucket. I would call that a productive offensive possession. That's Little's 7th point of the night. Dion with the three-pointer, rattles out. Grubb, big board there from her. Cougars with another possession here. McGee, again, that's one of those where we've got to be smart. Tracy all the way down, guarded by Little. She gets it off the glass. Good transition there. Now this pressure Vicky just needs to handle the pressure, break it, and then run the sets. Better job that time. Little, high ball screen. Kicks it to Kaufman. Kaufman dribble drive. Whoa, she got that to go. Acrobatic shot there by Adrian Kaufman. She had the lane and was able to flip it up off the glass and get it to fall. Meyer, Pete Fish, back to Tracy. Triopia has a very nice cutting offense, and they cut hard. Into Roan, good defense there by Kaufman. Excellent job by Adrian Kaufman right there. Came over for help defense, didn't do anything but stay straight up and made the shot difficult for Roan. I wish more kids at all levels would play defense like that. Not worry about the block shot. Dion pressure on Little up top. Crossover dribble. What a take by Allie Little. Splits the defenders, a left-handed layup off the glass. The sophomore coming up big here in the fourth quarter for the Cougars. Grubb fighting to stay in front of Roan. Tracy, jumper from her long, no good. Dion with the rebound. Yep, that's going to be a travel. She came in and crashed the boards hard and ripped that rebound down, but just lost her balance on the way down. Liddig's going to bring it up. And Coach Likes is going to decide to take a timeout here. 4:39 left to go here in this ball game. West Central leads at 48-42. Stick with us. We'll be back for the exciting finish. .439 to go. West Central ahead by 6. Their basketball after their full timeout. And now, Triopia going zone here. Probably going to look to trap in the corners. They hit Grubb cutting, and she loses it out of bounds. If I was Coach Likes, if they're going to play zone, I would make sure that we pass the ball around the perimeter. We don't have to force anything. We're in control of this ball game. Over to Tracy. Tracy hits a cutting Dione. Her shot's no good. Little loose ball in the middle there. Dione working hard, getting on the floor to get that loose ball and save that possession for the Trojans. I'd put 2 people around number 34, Addison Roan. She's going to pin there. They get Tracy on the inbound, up top to Meyer. Thought about the three-pointer. Kicks it back to Dione. They're going to reset their offense here. Little with a tip pass. Meyer's shot no good. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be West Central basketball. Into McGee. Triopia with full court man pressure here. They'll get it to Kaufman. She'll bring it across the timeline. Down to Little in the corner. Little has a mismatch here. I would take it to Roan. She gets through it. Official looking for some help. And he didn't get much. It was hard to tell. I mean, it looked like it got knocked out of her hand, but they were trying to determine who it went off of. And he didn't get much help from his partners there, I don't think. You're on an island, buddy. Now we got to get somebody on this weak side here because Roan's pinning and Grubb's fronting. Back up top. That's Tracy. Meyer. Dione looking at a three-pointer out there. No good. Nope. Meyer. There's the help right there. They had Roan. That ball's tipped by... That ball was tipped and then stolen away by Grubb, and she got crashed into there by Dione. And she'll pick up a foul. Only her... That's her third. Over the top to McGee. Good inbound pass there by Ashlyn Likes. McGee, good job breaking the press there. And there we go. We can pull this out. Got to be mindful of the 5 count. It's better to move the ball, Vicky, than to dribble it. There we go. Oh, what a spin move by Allie Little. She kind of lost it, but just ripped a spin move to get by the defender all the way to the bucket for the layup. What a move by Allie Little. She's come up big here in the fourth quarter. She has 11 points. We're going to get a timeout here. 2:37 to go. West Central's up by 8. We're back here, 2:30-ish to go. West Central ahead right now by 8. That's Tracy with it up top. Dione dials up a three-pointer. Nothing but net. Big bucket there from Lucy Dione. Allie Little with it into the front court. Again, we don't have to push anything. We take what they give us. 5-point lead. Move the ball over to Little. We're good. McGee now. Handling the pressure. Over to Likes on the side. Into Kaufman. Back to a cutting Little. She goes all the way to the bucket. Leaves that layup just a bit short, though. Good pass from Kaufman. Great cut from Little. Just didn't get the layup. Tracy over to Meyer. Back up top to Dione. Miley Tracy. Up top to Meyer, just inside the three-point line. Her jumper's no good. Rebound down to McGee. 5-point lead for West Central. We just got to make sure we get it across. McGee over to Little. Again, we don't have to stay out of those bad spots. That's going to be a tough pass there. McGee, good decision by McGee there. Going to get a foul on Pete Fish. This part of the game is hard for people because West Central doesn't have to force anything. And when we're not in that attack mode, sometimes you have a tendency to dribble too much or get a little lackadaisical. And if we have the ball in one person's hands for too long, that risk of that turnover becomes real prevalent. So being able to effectively handle the ball, pass, and move, and not force anything. As McGee hits the first free throw. That's her 22nd point of the night. And she hits the second one. McGee, a fantastic night from Vicki McGee. Both offensively, of course, you can tell by the threes and the way she shot the ball, but defensively and handling the pressure the whole game. They got Pete Fish over on the side. They run that elevator play for Tracy. Her three-pointer, no good. A lot of hustle there from both of those Trojan players, Roan and Dione, trying to save that because possessions are very, very important right now. West Central leads this by 7, 53 seconds left to go. We're going to get a full timeout by the Trojans, and we'll take the break. Okay, the last 53 seconds of this ball game. It's been a good one, folks. Thanks for hanging with us. Both teams, a lot of effort. Good basketball tonight from both squads. West Central looking to inbound it. They get it to Little. Their man pressure. So back to Little. She gets it across the timeline now. Now we just got to be careful not to turn it over. Back to McGee. They're going to go foul McGee. And she'll go back to the line. She just hit a pair the time before. .40 seconds left. McGee with a couple of crucial free throws here. First one's just a bit short. Substitution here. That is Gabby Myers checking in as Kinsey Meyer checks out. McGee's second attempt rattles around. That's the kind of night she's having. She gets it to go. 53-45. High post entry to Roan. They're running that flare screen for Pete Fish. She drives, cut off by Little. Dione now. Run off the three-point line by Littig. Her shot is just a bit short and will go out of bounds. Good job by Littig there to run her off the three-point line. Make her take a dribble. Littig to inbound. Over the top. Bad pass, but caught by great catch by Little, and she's going to get fouled by Roan. That was a risky pass by Littig there. She's trying to act like she's Josh Allen and hit a window. And Little back to the line. Denny says Brock Purdy, but they're not doing so well, so I'm going to go with Josh Allen. First attempt from Little's good. Again, the sophomore coming up big for West Central in the fourth quarter. It was Vicky McGee in the first half, specifically the second quarter. And then Little in the second half has done the damage. She gets both free throws. That'll be a 10-point lead, and with 25 seconds to go, this should be West Central's ball game. And the other thing I want to comment on our West Central team is we got in foul trouble. We had Sophie Grubb, who had to sit out most of the third quarter with 4 fouls. Kaufman had 4 fouls and played really smart with her 4 fouls, was able to stay in the ball game. So to win this game with some people in foul trouble is really, really good victory for the Cougars, and that's going to do it. West Central with the win, 55-47, led by Vicky McGee with 24 points, followed up by Allie Little with 13. For the Triopia side, you had 15 for Miley Tracy and 15 for Addison Roan. Those are the 2 leading scorers for them. Again, thanks for sticking with us. This week's schedule, I want to remind you all that the boys in Winchester tomorrow night. High school boys are in Winchester tomorrow night against Pittsfield. We'll have that broadcast for you. Wednesday night, don't forget, the 8th grade girls are playing for a sectional championship and a chance to go to state at Springfield Calvary at 6:30. And then Thursday night, we have our high school girls are back in action here in Winchester against Greenfield. And our junior high boys will be in Bluffs playing Calhoun. And then on Friday night, we'll be back here in Winchester as our high school boys play Pleasant Plains. We'll have the broadcasts for all of those except for the 8th grade girls game at Springfield Calvary. Once again, thanks for listening. Aaron Littig signing off.